Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Vocational Education and Training, SOVIT, Diploma in Business Process Outsourcing Finance and Accounting, DBPOFA, Revised, BPOI 103 Procure to Pay, P2P, Accounts Payable, Unit 14 Stages of Travel and Expense Cycle, 14.0 Objectives. The objectives of this unit is to familiarize the learners with times different stages of the TE cycle, times the changes that the process undergoes in an outsourced environment, times who is responsible for the transaction through each stage and what do they need to do, and times the use of purchase card for TE processes. 14.1 Introduction. You have been introduced to the TE process of claim submission and payment. In Unit 13. In this unit, you will learn about the TE process in more detail and how various activities are carried out, including the roles of the various players and their responsibilities. You will also learn how exceptions are handled. For example, what happens when an employee incurs an expense that he may not be eligible for, or when an employee does not attach all the receipts required to prove the expenses in the claim. You will also learn about an instrument called Purchase Card or P-Card, which is gaining popularity in managing TE expenses. 14.2 Stages in the travel process. Most of the big corporations have automated IT applications available on their intranet to manage the TE process. To recap from the last unit, Unit 13, the benefit of using an IT application to manage the TE process, times increases employee productivity by using a simpler automated process, allows for easier processing of the TE claims, times reduces the time taken to pay the employees, times allows for stronger controls, times provides a quick update to an employee on the status of their TE claim, times helps management track and analyze the TE expenses in order to better control them. We will learn the travel process and other expense processes separately. The travel process usually consists of the following 7 stages. 1. Travel request submission. 2. Approval. 3. Reservation by travel desk. 4. Payment of advance, optional. 5. Travel and submission of expense report. 6. Verification of expense report. 7. Payment, start, travel request submission, approval, reservation by travel desk, payment of advance, optional, travel and submission of expense report, verification of expense report, payment, end. These stages are discussed in more details below. 1. Travel request submission. The employee submits the travel request to his/her manager. The request carries details like times, purpose of travel, e.g., meeting a customer, answering a customer service call, recruitment, visiting a distributor, business meeting, visiting another office of the company for business meetings. Times, travel dates, start and end dates, times, source and destination locations, times, mode of travel, air, train, bus, taxi, self-driven vehicle, etc. Times, cost center that the expense will be charged to. In case of traveling to another city, the employee also provides details about hotel stay, time of check-in and check-out, and other personal preferences like smoking, no smoking room, etc. These details are required when the travel desk or some else is making these reservations on behalf of the employee. 2. Approval. The manager reviews the travel request and may approve or reject it. In case the request is rejected, the employee cannot travel as indicated and the matter does not proceed any further. In case the approval is provided by the manager, the request gets forwarded to the travel desk. 3. Reservations by travel desk and advance payment. The travel desk makes the reservations, airlines, hotel, car rental, etc., for the employee. In some companies, the responsibility of making the reservation is with the employees themselves. The travel desk makes the reservations and confirms the details of the flight, tickets, hotel, etc. to the traveling employee. 4. Payment of advance, optional. It is given when an employee embarks on a travel and is meant to cover the cost of hotel stay, local travel and meal-related expenses. This step is termed optional as many companies have discontinued the practice of giving a travel advance. Instead, employees charge large expenses to their credit card and pay out of their pocket for sundry expenses. However, it is still relevant for international travel where employees take a cash advance in the local currency of the destination country. 5. Travel and expense report submission. Once the travel arrangements are made by the travel desk, the employee travels as planned. Upon his/her return, they file their TE return. Usually, companies have policy about the time within which the claim can be submitted post completion of travel. This policy ensures that the employees file their expense reports in time so that the company's management has visibility into expenses in a timely manner. In the expense report, the employee indicates the travel request number against which the travel was made. Other details of the expenses are provided like times original travel request number that was approved by the manager, times date of expense, times type of expense, taxi, hotel stay, meal, parking charges, toll etc., times amount on the bill receipt, times amount claimed, times receipt no, times whether any of these expenses is billable to the customer etc. The expense report is submitted electronically using the IT application and then the employee sends the paper documents, bills, receipts to a pre-designated address or PO box number where all the correspondence for TE is received and processed further. 6. Verification. The submitted claim is verified by the TE desk. This is the most important part of the process from the outsourcing perspective and requires a thorough knowledge of the reimbursement policies of the client. The team that receives the paper documents sorts, scans and uploads these into the document management system. In the document management system, these documents are indexed and accessed by the team providing the verification services for further processing. This is explained in Fig. 14.1. Before processing a claim, the primary most verification is whether the claim has already been processed for the same amount date. To identify this data, we have a monthly report which can be generated from SAP ERP and check if the employee has claimed the amount already. Controls in the TE verification. 1. The scanned documents are compared against the claim submitted and the date of the expense and nature of expense are verified. 2. The amount spent and amount claimed are compared against the employee's eligibility. 3. The approver's ID is compared against the authorization matrix. 4. Any items that are not reimbursable are identified. For example, expenses that are incurred on account of a family member traveling with the employee. Look at the screen. Fig. 14.1. Travel claim verification and approval for payment. 1. The employee submits the expense report to claim the reimbursement of expenses incurred. 2. The claim form and the attached documents that support the claim, receipts, and bills are scanned and indexed. 3. In case the scan is not clear, the documents are rescanned. 4. The verification team checks whether the travel expense carries a valid approval from an authorized employee manager. In case the approval is not there, then the employee is asked to resubmit the claim after obtaining the approval. 5. The verification team then checks whether the expense report is supported with the valid receipts and bills. In case any receipt is missing, then the employee is asked to resubmit the claim along with the missing receipts. 6. Then the claim is checked to verify whether it is in alignment with the company's client's TE policy in terms of eligibilities and expense limits. 7. If all the conditions are checked and found to be in order, then the verification team approves the claim for payment. 8. The employee is paid and the transaction is settled. Most companies have a travel expense policy and an approval matrix which specifies the eligibility of employees to incur specific expenses and the approving employees for these expenses. For the team working on the TE process, it is crucial to be aware of the travel expense policy of the company. In some cases, the expenses reimbursed to the employee are chargeable to the customers. For example, if an employee of the company travels to the customer location at the request of the customer for providing a specialized service. In such a case, the expenses that are billable to the customer are also channelized to the company's invoicing systems so that invoices can be raised for these amounts against the respective customer account. If the claim and expense report are found to be valid and carrying all the required approvals, they are cleared for payment. The amount and date of payment are provided along with the processed claim. 7. Payment. The payment process is an automated process which is run with a prescribed frequency in the company's systems. It is usually controlled by the finance department of the company. The claims that have been cleared for payment on or before the payment date are taken up and processed. Any previous advances provided to the employee are adjusted against the payments. Once the payment is cleared, the instruction is given to the bank to make the payment through ARC. An automatic feed called ARC Automated Clearing House feed is generated and sent to the bank with instructions to credit the employee's bank account with the proper amount. In case the employee was paid more advance than the expenses incurred, then a notice is sent to the employee, usually through an automated email, to settle the final dues by returning the payment of the balance amount to the company. 2. Payment process. 1. The claim that has been verified is forwarded to the payments team for payment. 2. The payment team checks whether there was an advance payment made to the employee. 3. In case an advance payment was made, it is adjusted against the payable amount. 4. In case the advance paid was more than the amount being claimed, the employee is asked to pay the company the difference. 5. In case the claimed amount is higher than the advance amount, the balance is paid to the employee when a TE process is outsourced. The activities that are carried out by the outsourcing service provider are those related to verification. In some cases, the payments process is also outsourced. 14.3 Stages in expense process. Approval, expenditure, submission, verification, payment. The stages in the expense process are as follows: 1. Approval. 2. Expenditure. 3. Submission of claim expense report. 4. Verification. 5. Payment. 1. Approval. The employee seeks the approval from his/her manager to make an expense. This is usually done by filling out a web or a paper form with the details of expense to be incurred, like reason for the expense, amount expected to be spent, cost center, that the expense will he charged to, etc. The manager reviews the expense request and may approve or reject it. In case the request is rejected, the employee cannot make that expense on behalf of the company and the matter does not proceed any further. 2. Expenditure. In case the approval is provided by the manager, the employee goes ahead makes expenditure. 3. Submission of claim. The employee submits the expense report along with the other details like approval number, details of the approval obtained from the manager prior to the expense, nature and purpose of expense, date of expense, amount spent, amount claimed, taxes, reasons, in case the amount spent exceeds the amount approved, etc. Like the travel process, the claim request is submitted electronically and the papers are sent to the TE mailbox. 4. Verification. The submitted claim is received by the TE desk. Like the travel process, the TE desk sorts, scans and indexes the documents and uploads these into the document management system. The document management system is accessed by the team providing the verification service. The team also receives the electronically submitted claim request. 1. The scanned documents are compared against the claim submitted and the date of the expense and nature of expense are verified. 2. The amount spent and amount claimed are compared against the employee's eligibility. 3. The approver's ID is compared against the authorization matrix. 4. If there are any items that are not reimbursable, they are also identified. Expenses of personal nature. Again, it is very important that the team working on the TE desk be fully aware of the reimbursement policies of the company. If the claim and expense report are found to be valid and carrying all the required approvals, they are cleared for payment. The amount and date of payment are provided along with the processed claim. 5. Payment. The payment process is an automated process which is run with a prescribed frequency in the company's systems, once a week or twice a week. It is usually controlled by the Finance Treasury Department of the company. The claims that have been cleared for payment on the or before the payment date are taken up and processed. An automatic feed called ARC, Automated Clearing House, feed is generated and sent to the bank with instructions to credit the employee's bank account with the proper amount. 14.4 Players stakeholders in the TE process. The parties involved in the TE process and their responsibilities are provided below. 1. Employee. He/she is the person who incurs the expense on behalf of the company and needs to be reimbursed. 2. Manager. This is the person who authorized the expense. He/she is usually the head of the cost center to which the expense gets booked. By authorizing the expense, the manager approves that the expense needs to be undertaken as part of the business activity and also agrees to provide for the expense from his/her cost center's budget. 3. Travel desk. This is the team which makes the travel-related reservations on behalf of the employee. Some companies have a travel desk as described here, while some allow the employees to make their own reservations. 4. TE desk. It comprises of 2 teams. The verification team reviews the reimbursement claim expense report submitted by the employee and clears it for payment. The payment team runs the payment program and makes the payment to the employee. 14.5 Purchase card process. Purchase cards, also called P cards, are charge cards that work in a similar way to personal credit cards. They are issued by the company to its employees and the employees can use these to purchase goods or services for business purposes. These cards are issued by the company in collaboration with a credit card issuer, e.g. Citibank. The amount of the purchase card issued to the employees are subject to the same checks and balances as that of the credit card limit, and the amount authorized is directly linked with the nature of the expense and nature of responsibility. The P cards are used for official expenses only. Using it for personal expenses is strongly discouraged. The employees are either prohibited from using the card for personal expenses or have to declare the personal expense immediately after incurring it. P cards are only used for business purpose and personal expenses will not be allowed by the company for the employee. We have merchant blocks in the card for all the P card holders and they will not be allowed to use the card for certain blocks in the card. The company makes the payment when the card statement is presented to it. They can he treated like traditional charge cards and can he open for use with any supplier or they can have restrictions placed upon them by the business limiting their use to certain commodities or suppliers or transaction value. Using these cards, the managers can make purchases and record them in an electronic application. These expenses can be paid directly by the business at the end of the month when a statement is presented to it by the credit card issuer. Generally, P cards are best suited to high volume, low value purchases, one-off purchases, i.e. using a supplier on one occasion only, and for TE related activities, as using a P card is cheaper in terms of transaction costs. The main benefit of the P card is to reduce the traditional activities associated with a standard ordering process, such as approval to make the purchase and the matching of orders to invoices, and to improve the flexibility of purchasing. P cards are also useful for off-site TE expenses. Other benefits of P cards are: 1. It reduces the number of purchase orders raised and invoices received by the business for payment. 2. It offers flexibility to the managers to make small purchases at their discretion, while allowing spend-related controls to be implemented by vendor, by cost center, by value and/or by items purchased. 3. The data handled during procurement and payment remains in electronic form, and thus is easier to match and settle the transaction without any manual intervention. 4. Reduction in overhead costs like paper, checks, mailing charges, etc. 5. It helps the employee and employer as no out-of-pocket expense is incurred and no paperwork needs to be handled. 14.6 Summary. In a travel process, the employee who is traveling seeks an approval from his manager. After the approval is received, the travel desk within the company helps the employee make the travel reservations for airline, car rental, hotel stay, etc. The employee completes the travel and submits the expense claim. The TE team verifies the claim and the expense report against the accompanying receipts and the policies of the company and pays the employee. The expense process is similar except that the travel reservations are not required. The manager approves the expense and the employee submits the claim after making the expense. The TE team verifies this and pays the employee. Many companies issue purchase cards to their employees to make the TE expenses. The purchase cards are like credit cards which can be used to make pay for business expenses like hotel stay, airline tickets, purchases like stationery, etc. The expenses incurred are logged into the purchase log by the employee and are approved by the manager. When the credit card, purchase card, statement is presented to the company, the statement is reconciled against the expenses made and the payment is made to the credit card company. Purchase cards offer a lot of control and flexibility. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video with the next chapter.